Kung Fu is a tool. Use it. Don't be one. By Sifu Frank, HSK USA. When it comes to real fighting in Kung Fu, there's no shortage of armchair warriors, people who've never been in a fight, never stepped into a ring, but feel qualified to critique from behind a screen. They watch our fight footage and say things like, "I don't see the Choy Li Fut, looks like kickboxing to me." Those kinds of comments, they grind my gears. Why? Because they expose exactly how little these people understand about actual combat. They are stuck in a fantasy, expecting to see Kung Fu that looks like a movie scene, not a real fight. Look, I love Kung Fu movies. Always have. They inspired me just like everyone else. But here's the difference. I've been fighting since elementary school. So when I came into Kung Fu, I already knew how to fight. What Kung Fu gave me was refinement, structure, power, and strategy. I learned to apply its principles to my fight game, not to imitate some choreographed dance from a film reel. And that's the problem. Too many people are trying to fight like Kung Fu men, when they should be fighting like men who use Kung Fu. Kung Fu is a tool, a brilliant, powerful, ancient tool. But if you try to become the tool instead of wielding it with purpose, you've missed the point. Don't be a tool. Use one. The truth is, most people judging online don't understand what they are seeing. They think forms equal fighting. They think that just because you don't fight like the form looks, it's not Kung Fu. But forms are for training. They build timing, rhythm, and technique. But fighting strips all that down to the core. It's dirty, fast, unpredictable. Put a pair of gloves on those critics and throw them in a ring, and their fantasy crumbles. They don't know what to do when it's not a performance. Suddenly, what we do looks like kickboxing to them, because that's the only language they can recognize when the flash is gone and the fight is real. But let me tell you something real. When my student had his first fight against a Thai boxing practitioner, boxing Choy Li Fut brother Shane Laces stood behind me, watching every second. And what did he do? He called out every Choy Li Fut technique my student was using, because as a fighter, and he recognized it. He saw the truth. Kung Fu was in the fight, not in the flair. We need more of that. More of us stepping out into the world to show what Kung Fu is really capable of. Not as actors. As fighters. Kung Fu won't make you a fighter. Fighting will. Kung Fu gives you the weapons. But you've got to learn how to use them. How to make Kung Fu work for you. Don't worry about looking like the movies. Worry about surviving the fight. Sifu Frank, HSK USA.